Yehova Eloheinu Zvaot, Kadosh, 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 please fill me and lead me and cover me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, hand, behold, nail, behold. 1 Samuel chapter 13. Shaul was, years old when he began his reign, and he had ruled for Israel 2 years, when he chose 3,000 men of Israel's men. 2,000 of them were with Shaul in Michmas, and in the hills of Beit El, and 1,000 were in Yonatan and Givat Benjamin. The rest of the people he sent back to their respective tents. Yonatan assassinated the governor of the Plishtim and Giva. The Plishtim heard of it, so Shaul had the shofar sounded throughout the land, saying, "Let the Hebrew hear. Let the Hebrews hear." All Israel heard that Shaul had assassinated the governor of the Plishtim, and thus made Israel a stench in the nostrils of the Plishtim. So the people rallied behind Shaul in Gilgal. While the Plishtim assembled themselves together to make war on Israel, 30,000 chariots, 6,000 horsemen, and an army as large as the numbers of the sand grains on the seashore. They came up and pitched camp at Michmas, east of Beit Aven. The men of Israel saw that their options were limited, and that the people felt so hard-pressed that they were hiding themselves in caves, thickets, crevices, watchtowers, and cisterns. While some of the Hebrews crossed the Jordan to the territory of Gad and Gilad, but Shaul was still in Gilgal, where all the people were eager to follow him. He waited 7 days, as Shmuel had instructed, but Shmuel didn't come to Gilgal, so the army began to drift away from him. Shaul said, "Bring me the burnt offering and the peace offering." And he offered the burnt offering. As soon as he had finished sacrificing the burnt offering, there was Shmuel. He had come, and Shaul went out to meet and greet him. Shmuel said, "What have you done?" Shaul answered, "I saw that the army was drifting away from me, that you hadn't come during the time appointed, and that the Plishtim had assembled at Michmas. I said, 'Now the Plishtim will fall on me at Gilgal.' And I haven't asked the favor of Yehovah, so I forced myself and offered the burnt offering." Shmuel said to Shaul, "You did a foolish thing. You didn't observe the mitzvah of Yehovah, which he gave you. If you had, Yehovah would have set up your kingship over Israel forever. But as it is, your kingship will not be established. Yehovah has sought for himself a man after his own heart, and Yehovah has appointed him to be prince over his people, because you did not observe what Yehovah ordered you to do." Then Shmuel left Gilgal and went up to Givat Benjamin. Shaul counted how many men were still there with him, about 600 men. Shaul, Yonatan his son, and the men with him took up quarters at Givat Benjamin, while the Plishtim remained in camp at Michmas. Then raiding parties began coming out from the camp of the Plishtim, 3 of them. One group turned toward the road leading to Ophrah in the territory of Shaul. Another group took the road toward Beit Haran, and another company took the road toward the desert through the territory overlooking the Vadi Zvoim. Now there was no metalsmith to be found anywhere in the land of Israel, because the Plishtim had said, "We don't want the Hebrews making themselves swords and spears." So whenever any of the people of Israel wanted to sharpen his hoe, plowshare, axe, or pick, he had to go down to the Plishtim, where the exorbitant prices were 2/3 of a shekel for filing a pick or plowshare, and 1/3 of a shekel for filing an axe and setting an axe goad in its handle. Thus, when the time came to fight, no one in the army of Shaul and Yonatan was equipped with either sword or spear, although Shaul and Yonatan his son did have them. A garrison of the Plishtim had gone out to the pass of Michmas. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this 13th chapter of 1 Samuel? We can aim to wait upon Yehova. By doing this, you will prove that you fear Yehova and nothing else. Seek the favor of Yehova. Observe the words of Yehova in his written mitzvah. Trust that you will be established on the obedience to the written words of Yehova. Know that Yehova seeks for himself a man after his own heart. Therefore, aim to be a man after the heart of Yehova. Aim to discover what exactly does it mean to be a man after the heart of Yehova and become that man. Observe what Yehova has ordered us to do. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can encourage others to wait upon Yehova, obey his written orders, and find out what it means to be a man after the heart of Yehova and become that man. Bear one another's burdens. We can do what Yehova orders to do, found in his written word, and aim to become a man after the heart of Yehova. Produce spiritual fruit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehova will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehova will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehova will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.